Ooh. There we go. Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream and a very Merry Christmas. And we're getting some gifts and we're getting some presents because the three wise men return. I actually just made that. I swear I just made that up right there on spot. Yeah, that wasn't even pre-planned. The three wise men, but it actually works. Oh my God. How did that just come to my head straight away? I'm proper happy with myself about that. Yes, guys. Hopefully you're all doing well. Please make sure you drop a like on the stream. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And before anyone asks, yes, we are doing a live watch along of Liverpool versus West Ham United straight after this. Let's get some yeses in the chat. Let's go Chrome, Lion SB, Ismail, Urban, Elliot's here as well. Big up Johns, big up Elliot, Brian, Huzfire, Stamod, yes. Big up to Megan, AM. Who else we got in here? Man? We got SB, Brett's in the building. Yes. Big up to D3. Big up to Giram. Good to see you. Big up to Sam Martin. Terrell's also here. Big up to you. Big up to Sir Alan. Good to speak to you yesterday on the stream on Mancunian Way, mate. Big up to Ronald. Big up to Miguel. Big up to Terrell. Bless you, man. Bless you, Brit. Big up to Ryan. Big up to Dynamo Drillers Extra. Yes. Big up to Omar. Hopefully you guys are all well. But guys, they say, what is it? Good things come in threes? I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. But Kevin De Bruyne is back in training. Jeremy Doku is back in training. And Erling, look at those legs, mate. Look at those striations, bruh. Look at that. Sam Sulek be creaming over this. Look at the striations. Oh, my days. Unreal. Look at this guy, man. Unbelievable. All three players back in training for Manchester City. Now, what does that mean? We don't think any of these three players are going to play on Friday. We've pretty much been told, do not expect Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland or Jeremy Doku to feature in Friday's game. However, will we see them against Everton? Now, you got to remember, Everton, yeah, tough match. Goodison Park right now, hellhole to play. Let's be real, yeah. 4 straight wins for them. They'd be in the top 10 if it wasn't for that 10-point deduction. And they're going through what we went through last year with the whole 115 charges that sort of got the club and got us all together. And even like, you know, all the fans was come together. You know what I mean? And we just went on a mad run. This is happening to Everton now, and we got to go there. The question is, do you risk any of these three players at Goodison? It's a tricky one. I think I risk Erling Haaland because he wasn't a muscle injury. It was more like a stress in his foot. I think I probably risk him. Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne, they're both muscle injuries. Is it too soon to throw them back in? I don't know. We need to win the game. So maybe not. I don't know. It's a tricky one. I'm 100% risking Erling Haaland, mate. No one will convince me not to risk Erling Haaland in that game. I think we need him. The other two, because it's muscle injury, I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk him. KDB's not going to be risked at Goodison Park. No way. He'll probably be on the bench. Because he's been training, 2 days now already? You know, we don't play him until the 27th, a week today. So he'll probably be on the bench, but he's not going to start. Doku, will he be on the bench? He's come back a couple of days later, maybe. I don't know. But listen, we all know what the situation is right now. Yeah, this team needs a spark, and we now have the biggest possible sort of combination of sparks going. We've got an opportunity to win a trophy that we've never won on Friday and be officially champions of the world. Now, I know it's not the most prestigious trophy in the world for us Europeans. South Americans, it is more prestigious, but it's still a trophy that we've not won. Yeah, and we should go for it. We should stay humble and focus on going for that. If we lift that trophy, that can be the spark that gets our season going. On top of that, you've also got Erling Haaland coming back, Kevin De Bruyne, and Jeremy Doku. Now, what does that mean? What it means is there's no more excuses. There's no more excuses for poor performances. There's no more excuses for players not giving 100%. There's no more excuses for when we 1-0 up or 2-0 up for us just to be passing the ball around, cruise control. Yeah. This team needs to turn into killers now. And we have the perfect time and the perfect sort of situation to do that with the return of 3 key players and a cup final that we've never won before. This is now a moment in our season that we'll look back on at the end of the year and say, either 1, that was the moment our season turned around, or 2, we'll look back at it and say, nothing happened, innit? just carried on being one winning 6 in the Premier League. We've got to take the energy, man. We've got to take this positive energy that we're getting from the players coming back from injury and potentially looking for another cup and a cup success on Friday, and use that to move on. Because I'm telling you, man, we got to go to Goodison Park in good spirits. You don't want to be going there having getting beat off Fluminense. No chance. Because that's going to be a tricky game. That is going to be one hell of a game. And I'd like to go there on the back of cup success. Guys, make sure you are dropping the like button if you've not done so already. Nearly 200 people dropped in right now, but we're not even at 100 likes. Let's get those likes up. We need 40 people to hit the thumbs up button. Let's see what we've got going on there. Have I seen the Pedri situation? I know that Barcelona are in the mud, apparently, with the finances. If we can get Pedri, I'm all for it, but I still doubt you're going to be able to get him out of there, to be honest. I've not seen any late news, though, to be honest. Big up Jim Boy, what you saying, Bray? The Lion of the King. The Lion is the king of the desert. Everyone knows that. Come on. Haaland's leg packing, though. Bray, like, obviously, look at KDB as well. Do you not think KDB looks fresh, man? I think he's looking fresh. You know what I mean? I think he's ready for this. Now, it might take him a couple of games to get back in the swing of things, because we've got to remember, this guy's not kicked a ball properly since May. Since May, if you remember, because that was the last game he properly played, because he got subbed off in the Champions League final because he was injured. And he got subbed off in Burnley. So properly, competitive football. This guy's not played a competitive football match since May 2023. 6 or 7 months. You know what I mean? So don't expect him to come back in his first game and start cooking. You know what I mean? He might be off the pace. Match sharpness might not be there. Passing might go astray. You got to give him a couple of games. But once he gets back in the swing of things, boom. I reckon he's going to cook. And this is exactly why. Big up Norman in the chat. Says KDB has had time to enjoy and work on himself. He will come back hungrier than ever. I'm with you, man. I think that this extended break, and obviously I'm going to be positive bias here, yeah? Obviously I'm not going to look at it and go, oh, this time might, make him rubbish. I'm going to look at this in a positive way. But I think this break that he's had, he's had 6-7 months. He's been traveling the world with his family. You know what I mean? Going to all these events, UFC, F1, all this kind of stuff, yeah? Getting the suntan and that. I mean, spending quality time with his family, relaxing, letting his body de-stress. I think this is a good thing. And I reckon when he's back and he gets himself into form, which will probably take him a couple of games, I reckon he's going to cook. He just looks like he's ready for it, man. He just looks like he's ready for it. Yeah, I did see that, Muzzardino. Someone told me yesterday that apparently his house got broken into. But apparently it was his house in Belgium, and he wasn't there. It wasn't like Cancelo, where I think his family was in the building when it happened. So I don't know, man. I've never had a robbery. My motorbike got robbed, man. You know what I mean? You want to tell you about that traumatic experience? Woke up in the morning, bomber, motorbike's gone. My motorbike got robbed, innit? But that wasn't really I never really felt bad. You know what I mean? I never really felt. But I imagine if your house gets burgled, even if you're not there, it's probably slightly different. You know what I mean? Because they're in your home, man. That's. But hopefully it's going to be okay. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Big up, Jamie, mate. Star says, "Don't be fooled. We still need to sign someone in January." I think we do as well, mate. I think we do as well. I just don't think it's going to happen, man. I don't think we're signing no one in January. I think we're going to wait until the summer and then go all out in the summer. I just don't think we're signing anyone. Don't see it. Now, I know we've been linked with a couple of players. Party Time comment on my video before and what he said now about some transfer stuff. But I just don't have a feeling that we're not signing anyone, man. I have a feeling. Yeah, what's he saying? Oh, yeah, we're in for that goalkeeper, innit? Is he goalkeeper? Popovic or whatever he's called. We're in for him. AC Milan. I just don't think I just have a feeling we're not going to sign anyone. We very rarely sign players in January. I think you have to go back to Laporte and Gabriel Jesus the last time we probably bought someone in January. I just don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening. Big up Canyo says Kimmich maybe. Well, did you see the news that I put in the chat before? Big up Nine Men sent me a thing. Now, obviously, this might be true. Yeah. But it might also be a bit dodge. Check this. Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka are out of tonight's game with a flu-like infection. I don't know, man. It seems a bit sus. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be, obviously. It is the time of flus and that. It is the time of flu. Everyone's got a flu nowadays. But, I don't know. It's a bit He didn't play in the last game, wasn't even in the match day squad. And now it's like, oh, he's got a flu. Apparently, he's had a bust up with 2 cuts. It's conveniently timed. Like I say, he might actually have a flu. He might legit just be a bit ill, but I don't know. But apparently, we're not in for him. Build come out and said, City are not in for him. City are not going to go for Kimmich in January, which I've got to say, if he's available, I find that very strange that Man City wouldn't go in for Kimmich, because I think he's almost the perfect player to replace Ilkay Gundogan in many respects. You know what I mean? He can get goals, he can get assists, he can fill in at the 6 if you absolutely need to. So I'm quite surprised if he is available. It sounds like he's probably available. He's only got 18 months left on his deal. Doesn't sound like he's having a great time. So I find it surprising if we don't go for him, to be honest. He's experienced as well. He's 28. So, you know, you've lost a lot of experience with Ilkay Gundogan and Mahrez. You've replaced him with Kovacic, who's experienced, but do we really want him starting week in, week out? Most people think he's a rotational player. Nunes doesn't have a great deal of top-level experience. Doku doesn't, and nor does Gvardiol. Well, Gvardiol has good experience for his age, but still, he's still very young, is the point I'm making. Kimmich could fill the gap. He's played for Bayern Munich. He's played for Germany. He's a massive game player. So if he is available, I'd be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't go for him, because I don't think we are going to go for him. But I would probably go for him, to be honest with you. Paul says Kimmich doesn't want to play for Pep again. Let's be honest. Well, I didn't know that. Why? What's happened? Did he have a falling out with Pep Guardiola as well? It's the first time hearing of it, Paul. First time hearing it, mate. Kimmich's deal would be complicated. Would it be complicated? Why would it be I don't see why it'd be complicated beyond belief. Like, well, he's 28. He's got 18 months left on his contract. He wants out. If they want it gone as well, like, I don't think it would be a complicated deal. Maybe the only complication is that it's January, and sometimes it can be more difficult to get deals done in January than it is in the summer. But if they wants out, Tuchel don't want him. He don't want to be there. He's only got 18 months left on his contract. It sounds like a potential simple deal. It's whether or not they'd sell him without getting a replacement. But they can go and get Andre. They can go and get Palhinha if they want him. You know, so it is what it is. Sergio Gomez for Kimmich swap deal. Come on, let's go. Canyon says Kimmich is the one we need. Don't get it twisted. I like him, bro. I'd take him 100%. Jerome says Palhinha is looking very likely. Yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing that keeps on cropping up, innit? Palhinha keeps on cropping up to Manchester City. This rumour is not going away. Team talk. Manchester City surge clear. Yeah, Manchester City surge clear in chase for £60 million signing Joao Palhinha. Liverpool are definitely not in contention to sign the £60 million rated midfielder in January. Manchester City are. What else did it say? Yeah, interesting. Palhinha came in with a whisker joining Bayern Munich. Yeah, we know that. TalkSport claim City are emerging as a serious, credible contender to snap up Palhinha. However, a requirement for Manchester City would be that Calvin Phillips must leave first, although talks are already underway with Juventus to do this. So, I mean, yeah, that rumour's not going away, man. It's not going away. Manchester City have joined the race to sign Fulham midfielder Palhinha in January, according to reports from the Daily Mail. I mean, it looks like it might happen. I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying it's happening. Like almost every single thing is saying that it's going to happen. I just don't know. Are we going to play double pivot and just let Kevin De Bruyne roam free up there? Or are we going to play Rodri further forward? Like, what's the crack there? Big up Mark, I'm all good, mate. Hope you're all right as well. If we get Palhinha, what about João Neves in the summer? We'd have to sell one. We'd have to sell Kovacic or Nunes, surely. You can't have Rodri. Because bearing in mind, you'd have to get an attacker as well. You have to sign an attacking midfielder in the summer. There's no way that you can have Rodri, Palhinha, Kovacic, Nunes, and João Neves, as well as your Kevin De Bruyne, your Foden, and in my opinion, your next attacking midfielder, which you need to buy. You'd have to sell Kovacic or Nunes already. Now, you might be able to get away with selling Kovacic. You know, we only bought him for 25 million. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to find a buyer, but you know, I don't think he'd want to leave, Lauren. Every time he speaks about being at City, Kovacic, he's buzzing. You know, I seen an interview that he'd done a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, he wish he would have joined City under Pep Guardiola years ago, because he's loving life in Manchester and he's loving life under Pep Guardiola. So it's going to be a bit difficult to shift him on. He's only just signed a contract. And Nunes, um, again, I feel that like it might be difficult to get rid of him. So you're only going to get one of these players. You're only going to get one of Palhinha. You're only going to get one of Andre. You're only going to get one of João Neves. You're not getting two of these because we've got too many of those type of players now. You know what I mean? So you get one, and then you need to then focus on your attacking midfielder, your Paqueta, your Verts, your Musiala. Yeah, you can't be getting two of these like ball retention or ball destroyers or what? Ball destroyers. That's a bit weird. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mark said he doesn't fancy Palhinha, don't know where he plays. Yeah, I mean, I have the same question, Mark. Is he going to be just a backup DM? I don't know if that's going to work. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, and that's fair, football opinions, but I just don't think being a backup DM to Rodri is going to work because you're just not going to play enough games to get match fit. I think you got to get a Kimmich. I think you got to get a Kimmich style, honestly. Paul says, LB, why doesn't Ake get credit he deserves? He's been one of our best centre backs for the past 18, 24 months. Blues wanted to kick him out for 40 million from Chelsea. I think he gets the credit he deserves from City fans. I think most City fans will accept that he's probably our best defender last year in a treble winning side. That's high praise. When you look back in 10 years, 15 years' time at the treble winners, we'll all sit here and say, yeah, Ake was our best defender. Now, people will say, what about John Stones? Well, John Stones mainly come alive in the second half of the season. And can you really call him a defender? He didn't really play as a defender last year, did he? He played as a midfielder almost. So as an out-and-out defender, Ake was our best defender last year. I think he does get the credit. In fact, someone was in my chat the other day saying he should be captain, which I kind of found it quite difficult to massively argue with him because he's a solid guy. He's a solid guy. He was referred to as fifth choice. Maybe when he was first signed, but he's not fifth choice anymore. We all want him to start, man. We all want him to start, Brie. Ronald says, LB Cancelo, what's to come back Man City because he's unhappy? Would you take him back? I don't know, man, to be honest with you. I don't know if I want him back, bro. Like, I just think he's more. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. He's a class player. On the ball going forward, he's a class player, but I can't see my team play Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea or United or Real Madrid or Bayern and him do that thing again where he just runs in trying to intercept a ball and doesn't get there and we concede a goal. And his attitude, I don't think he's a full team player. Well, it's unfortunate, but no, not for me. Pull up Palhinha's stats, LB. Deep it. Right, okay, let's pull up his stats, man. What stats you want me to pull up? Let's have a look at his standard stats on Transfermarkt first. And then we'll try and see if we can find some FB ref stats. Right, so João Palhinha this season has played... let me put this up on screen. So he's played 17 games. Yeah, 2 goals, 1 assist. But obviously, he's not in the team. Yeah, he's not in the team for goals and assists, to be honest with you. I did get a goal against Arsenal. We actually did a watch-along for that game, if you remember. That was off the corner, wasn't it? And they had 10 men in that game, Fulham. So yeah, that was decent. Goal against Brighton. But yeah, like he's not really the goals type. I don't think he's anyway. Let's have a look what he did last year. Was he cooking last year? Nah, he's not really a goal scorer, but that's not why we're signing him. He's an out-and-out DM. He's 28 years old. He'll be 29 in the summer. So more towards the experience level. He must be like a late bloomer because he's not really played that many games, really, for a 28-year-old, has he? If you look at his stats here on the right-hand side, 170 combined in Portugal, 210, 230. He's played about 230 games. That's not really a lot, is it, Palhinha, for a 28-year-old? Was he had a massive injury or something? He must have had an injury, surely. How's he only played 240 games? What the hell? What's going on there then? I don't understand. How come he's only played 240 games if he's 28 when like you got Phil Fodens of this world that are already on 240 and you got Musiala that's on 140 and he's 20 years old? I mean, that could be a good thing. That means that he's got plenty of energy left. He's got plenty of legs left and plenty of energy left in his legs, which is decent. Yeah, no serious injuries. He's only got 4 injuries in his whole career, according to Transfermarkt, and 2 of them were the flu. So, you know, maybe get him wrapped up warm and that, get him some antibacterial hand wash, and he should be chill on that one. But yeah, muscle injury, 18 days, acromioclavicular joint dislocation. What the bloody hell is that? Google. It's a shoulder injury. Acromioclavicular joint dislocation is a shoulder injury with direct force. Yeah, that sounds pretty grim. But other than that, is a chiller. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still not sold on it. Just because I don't know where he's going to play. He's a good player, 100%. But I don't know. To be honest with you, yo, big up to Nax, man. Big up to Nax. Big up Chroma Biss, Doctor B. You know the situation. Don't need that university degree. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what I did like? I did like that João Neves. I did like João Neves, man, of Benfica. Now, the problem is he's young. Yeah, so he doesn't have that full experience. I like João Palhinha is 28. He's got a calmer head. He's a bit younger. I think he's 20 years old, João Neves of Benfica. But I remember doing a reaction video. I can't remember if it was on this channel or more LB. But I was impressed, man. I was impressed. I can't lie. I was impressed with him. He comes across as a fighter. I think he can do the Gundogan role. I think he could play as a 6 on his own. But it's a risk because I think they want top cash. Yeah, that's right. I think they want like 60 million, 50 million, and he's only like 19, 20. So it's like, are you going to shell that cash out early? It's a bit of a gamble when you could get João Palhinha, who's a bit more experienced. But I did like it, man. I did like it. Very few times I watch like these compilation things of players that I've never seen before and go, yeah, he looks mint. But I did look at that and thought, yeah, he looks class, man. You could tell the way he's moving with the ball, the tackles and everything. He looks like a good player, to be honest. £60 million release clause. It depends when we're going to do that, to be honest. Bit up to Jimmy says, LB, who do you want to see us get in January? And how many players do you think we need? I think we need one player. Who would I like us to see? I mean, if I had one signing to make it, it'd be Kimmich. Because I think Kimmich takes this squad close to what we had last year in terms of the treble winning side. Because I think he could almost replicate Gundogan. Now, I'm not going to say he can because Gundogan's unreal. And I don't want to disrespect a goal like that. But Kimmich can play in an advanced position. He can create goals. He can score goals. He can sit back in the 6 if we absolutely need him to and fill in like Ilkay Gundogan did. He's experienced. I don't think it'd cost a bomb. You know what I mean? He's only got 18 months left on his contract. If he's falling out with Bayern, they'll probably be like, yeah, let's just get him off. So, for me, it would be him. I think he solves a lot of our problems, man. I think he solves a lot of our problems. The problem is then you've still got Nunez and Kovacic, and when are they going to play? You know what I mean? Because you think Kevin De Bruyne comes back, Foden comes back. Yeah, you'd think it's going to be like Rodri is the DM, Kimmich is the Gundogan, and then Kevin De Bruyne. If Kevin De Bruyne's out, it'd be Foden. If Foden's going to be out, it'd be Nunez. So Nunez is going to be like 3rd choice. Kovacic will be 2nd choice to Kovacic to Kimmich. I don't know, man. One of them two is just never going to play. He's never going to play. Kimmich can play right back as well. Yeah, I doubt we'd see him there much, to be honest with you. I doubt we'd see him at right back. But yeah, you are right. He can play right back, of course. But I doubt we'd see him there, to be honest. Yeah. Kimmich can't play as an attacking midfielder. I'm not saying play him as like a Kevin De Bruyne, but what I'm saying is he can chip in with goals and assists, which is what Gundogan did. That's the difference between. That's the main difference between Kovacic and Gundogan is that Gundogan will chip in with, I don't know, I'll check his stats, 10 goals a season, 10 assists. Whereas Kovacic is probably, I reckon this season, he'll probably get about 3 or 4 goals and maybe 2 or 3 assists. That's the difference. Kimmich will probably get the same amount of goals and assists that Gundogan does. Because if you look at Kimmich's numbers, he gets good numbers, man. Kimmich gets good numbers. It'll surprise you. I'll put them up on screen. I'll put them up because people don't believe me, man. I know people don't believe me. People question it in the chat already, saying, "Nah, you're chatting ass." Nah, I'm not. I'm not at all. Check his numbers out last year, yeah, and the years before. Yo, check this out. Proof, evidence. Last year, 7 goals, 11 assists. Yeah, this isn't our main creative player. That comes in handy, mate. That comes in handy. What did he do the year before? Did he cook the year before or nah? The year before, slightly less goals at 3, but still getting 12 assists, mate. You know what I mean? That's 15 in 40. That is that is good. That is very, very good. For a player that's not meant to be a main creator, that's a chiller. That's a chiller. Um, yes, Roger, what you saying, bro? Are you in Saudi Arabia, lad? I'm sure you said you was in Saudi Arabia. Are you in Saudi Arabia? What's going on? Let us know, innit? Kimmich has a sweet chipped pass. Yeah, like I said, I've not really seen too much of it. I don't really watch Bayern Munich that lot, but obviously the stats are consistent. It's not like a one-off thing. Like he's obviously clearly good. How much would Kimmich cost in January? Well, I mean, he's contracted until 2025, so he's only got 18 months left on his contract. You know, Bayern are not in a mad position here. They're not in a mad strong position. If he wants to leave and he's like, but had a bust up with a manager and he's like, nah, I'm leaving. And the manager's like, yeah, I don't like him anymore. You're not really in a strong position, are you? The question is, would they prepared to be let him go in January? Could they get a replacement in? You know, that's well, they could. They could get Palhinha. They could try and get Palhinha in, and then Fulham can get Andre. You know, boom. It's not hard, lads. Yeah, we've fixed it for you already. I don't know. I think you could get him out there 55, 60 mil. I don't think you're talking mega cash. I don't think you're talking mega cash for this guy. Nah. He's 28, 29 in February. 18 months left on his deal. He's fallen out with the club and the manager. I think 55 mil pounds, 60 max. But I think it's worth every penny. Honestly, I think that's worth every penny, man. To be honest. Are we getting Kimmich on? Nah. Nah, we ain't signing anyone, man. I just don't see us signing anyone. I just don't. I don't see us signing. Maybe if the rumours start popping off a little bit more, yeah, and all these rumours about Palhinha or Andre or Kimmich or anything starts going off, then maybe I'll be like, you know what, yeah, maybe we are going to sign someone. But if you had to ask me now, LB, are we signing someone? I don't think we are. I just don't think we are. Nah, I don't think we will. But I think we need to, man. I think we need to. Oh, that Echeverri, yeah, nah, but he's young, innit, Fraser? Like, I'm talking, are we going to sign like a first team player? Nah, we might sign that guy from River Plate, yeah, but how old's he? Like 16, 17 or something. That's different, innit? I'm talking about like, are we going to sign someone that's going to come into the first team? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, this is where we're at, man. This is where we're at. Canyon says that we definitely signing players. We can't have 2 keepers as subs. I think a lot of people have that though. I think a lot of teams have 2 keepers as subs, don't they? Or is it just us? So you think we'll get rid of KP and not sign anyone, which makes the squad even smaller than it is now? Okay, so there's 2 things. One, Calvin Phillips being in the squad and Calvin Phillips not being in the squad makes no difference because he doesn't play. You know what I mean? He doesn't play. He gets sympathy minutes from Pep Guardiola in dead games, right? In any game that's worth anything to us, he will not play. So removing him from the squad does nothing in terms of making us any weaker. Because if Rodri gets injured or suspended, he's not playing. You know what I mean? He just doesn't play. So that makes no difference at all. I think we should replace him though. Like my personal opinion is you should replace him. We should go and get a player. Go and get Kimmich, yeah, or Andre or Palhinha, whatever. I just don't think we will. But I don't think the club is going to look at it and go, "Oh, we've got rid of Phillips, so we need to replace him," because he doesn't play. What you're replacing? You're not replacing anything. He doesn't play. So no, that won't be the reason now we sign someone. If we sign someone, it's because we want someone, not because we need to fill Calvin Phillips' spot. But someone was telling me the other day, I do need to end in a minute because we need to go over to the live watch along for the Liverpool West Ham game. But someone was telling me that are we running low on English quota players? What's the crack there? I thought we've not really had this issue for a long time. What's the crack with the English quota players? Are City struggling? Are we running out of space? Yeah, we lost Palmer. We're going to lose Calvin Phillips. How many players do you have to have? It's like, we've not really heard about this for years. I remember when we first got bought and it was like, we were signing man like Scott Sinclair and Jack Rodwell to boost the quota. But now it's just like, I don't know, to be honest, I didn't even think it existed anymore. So yeah, I don't know. McAtee, yeah, McAtee's coming back. You got to have 8 homegrown players. So we got Ake's homegrown, isn't it? Ake's homegrown because he come through the Chelsea academy, I think. Who else is homegrown? Foden, Oscar Bob. Does Oscar Bob count or nah? That's 3. We got 3. Walker? Walker's homegrown, isn't he? Walker's homegrown. He's English. Under 21s don't count. Okay, so Bob's not in it. So we're down back to 3. Who else? Who else is homegrown? Stones. Yeah, that's 4. Grealish, 5. Scott Carson, 6. So we need 2 more. Rico doesn't count, apparently. Okay, so we need 2 more. So who are the other 2? Oh, at the moment, it's Calvin Phillips. That's 7. So you swap him for someone. Who else is your 8th player then? Who's that 8th player? Or is that 116? Are we breaking another rule? Who's the 8th player? We've got Carson. We've got Grealish. We've got Stones. Rico. Apparently, Rico don't count on knitting because he's under 21. Sergio Gomez. Nah, surely he's not homegrown. He's Spanish, isn't it? Hamilton. Yeah, but he's under 21 as well. Haaland. Nah. I don't think he's homegrown, is he, Mark? Why is he homegrown? Don't know. Right, we'll continue this chat. We'll continue this chat. Right, we're going to go over to the live watch along, man, and we'll continue this chat there. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Make sure you are subscribed. The stream should automatically redirect you to the live watch along. So make sure you come join me. Liverpool versus West Ham. We'll continue this there. I'll see you in a second. I'll be live straight away anyway. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be live straight away.